What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well, feeling great, and enjoying freedom. It's a great day to have a great day. Today, I wanted to talk about silver and also a little bit of gold, but more specifically, I wanted to talk about an inflation warning as the inflation report for the month of April is being released tomorrow. We're going to get into it, but really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for daily videos, subscribe to my second channel for weekly videos, go and get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel. Come and join us in the Precious Metals VIP Club for giveaways, live streams, deal alerts, and a whole lot more. And of course, make sure to go and get your 5 free stocks by downloading Webull and funding your account. Refer one friend by tomorrow night, and they're going to give you 10 free random stocks for the referral. You got 24 hours left. Everything will be linked in the description. So today is Tuesday, May 10th, 2022. The current spot price of silver, as I'm filming the video, is $21.91. It's up 15 cents or up 0.69%. A decent green day for the beautiful white metal so far, although we're still under $22 an ounce, which is where we just recently fell from. Spot price of gold is $1862.40. It's up $8.30 or up 0.45%. A decent green day for the beautiful yellow metal as well. And of course, the gold to silver ratio is in the 84 to 85 to 1 range. But of course, that's as I'm filming the video at like 9:30 in the morning, not as I'm editing, posting, or as you're watching. So head on down to the comments and let me know the date and time you're viewing the video and what the current spot price is for you. I'm always curious. So today, I wanted to talk about a couple of different things. I wanted to talk about the silver, I wanted to talk about the gold, but I also wanted to talk about inflation. And obviously, based on what you can see on screen with your own eyes right here, we have a nice little selection of the beautiful white metal. We have some Washington quarters all the way up there at the top. We have some mercury dimes down there at the bottom. We have a 10-ounce bull bar with an American flag bar on top. We have a 10-ounce sunshine bar with a Westminster bar on top. We have Type 1 Eagle, Type 2 Eagle, Maple, Kangaroo, Britannia, and then, of course, Franklin Half. Nice little selection here today. And over to the side, as always, carrying a little bit of gold, a little bit of the beautiful yellow metal. But before we can even get into the money, I think we should probably first talk about the currency and inflation. So what I wanted to talk about today is basically give a little bit of an inflation warning that the inflation report is being released tomorrow for the month of April. Obviously, it's always delayed. It comes out the following month. It's being released tomorrow morning. We currently don't know what inflation expectations are off the bat. That's something that will also be released tomorrow morning before the stock market opens up. So you can mark your calendar for that or set an alarm for that so we can get a little bit of an idea of what people are expecting when it comes to inflation. As for what I'm expecting when it comes to inflation, I'm a little bit mixed because for the last couple of months I've been saying and believing that I don't believe inflation is really going to be moving in a downward direction until probably like the third quarter of the year. I don't think we're going to see much progress until then, and I still feel that way, although last month's inflation report, or should I say March's inflation report, which was released last month, we saw that core inflation was already beginning to inflect down. Of course, that big headline number, that big scary headline number, that's what everybody was focusing on because that was on the rise. And guess what? That's obviously not good. And it was mainly being pulled up pretty much exclusively due to food prices going up and energy prices going up. Now, fast forward through another month, I can't really speak for core inflation. I can't really speak for all the little individual categories. I don't know. That's something that's going to have to wait until tomorrow when I can actually look at the inflation report and review what's inside. But when it comes to food prices, I don't know about all of you, but I have personally been noticing food prices continuing to go up. I'm seeing it at the grocery store. I'm seeing it when I order stuff online. I'm seeing that the food prices are continuing to climb. And we do still have supply chain constraints. We do still have a potential food shortage on the horizon. And by the way, fun fact, I didn't realize this until yesterday. I had absolutely no idea how massive of a role both Russia and Ukraine are when it comes to food for us. Now, as I've been saying for a while now, if we actually grew stuff here and if we actually made stuff here, we wouldn't really have these supply chain constraints or as many of them. But I didn't realize, like, for example, how much wheat we get from Russia and Ukraine, or how much fertilizer we get from Russia and Ukraine. So it's really no surprise that we're dealing with these issues right now, and we're seeing food prices continue to climb. As for energy prices, I can't speak on all of it, but I'm definitely driving down the highway and I see the freaking gas stations. Every day I'm out there, I see the prices getting higher and higher and higher. So I'm a little bit concerned for this upcoming inflation report. For the month of April, I noticed the prices continuing to be on the rise. So I'm wondering if we're going to have a little bit of a repeat, because the last inflation report that we got showed that most categories were either moving sideways or beginning to move in a downward direction. But overall inflation was on the rise because of food and energy. So I'm wondering if we're going to have a repeat on that. But obviously, time will tell. That's something that we're going to have to wait it out for. I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know, what are your honest, legitimate, logical expectations for the upcoming inflation report? And when I say logical, I mean logical. I'm not talking about biased opinions. I'm talking about rational, objective points of views on what you truly believe inflation is going to look like in this upcoming report, that is. But now, moving away from inflation, before we dive back into the silver and gold, which are both obviously in the green today, you want to know what else is in the green? Surprisingly, I thought we would see a little bit more fear, uncertainty, and doubt the day before the inflation report comes out. The stock market is up as well. We have the S&P 500 up 1.63%. We have the Dow Jones up 1.13%. And we have the NASDAQ up 2.42%. Big green day across the board right now. And that's definitely surprising, like I said before. But hey, since we're talking about the stock market, before we jump back into the silver and gold, make sure to go and get your 5 free stocks by downloading Webull and funding your account. Refer one friend to the app by tomorrow night, and they're going to give you 10 free random stocks for the referral. Don't pass up on an opportunity. 24 hours left. And if you refer 2 friends to the app by the end of the month, you got 3 weeks left to do this, Webull's going to give you either a free share of Starbucks, Apple, or Google. It's completely random. You get what you get and you don't get upset. Webull link in the description. Time is running out. And now let's get back into the silver and gold. So obviously, like I said before, what you can see on screen, a nice little selection. But the reason I wanted to bring this up is because for those of you who watched yesterday's video, you'll know that I was actually taken back by the spot price of silver falling down below the $22 an ounce range. And from what I saw, I noticed that the lowest it went was 21.72 or something like that yesterday. When I made yesterday's video, it was 21.90 something, and now it's back to being 21.90 something. God only knows what the rest of the day is going to bring us, but one thing's for sure, I'm definitely excited. I'm definitely enthusiastic about the spot price moving in a slightly more downward direction. And the reason for that is because I'm just able to get more silver for my currency, with the average premiums right now being about $4 over spot. I know it's not ideal, but hey, it is what it is. There's not a whole lot we can do about that. I'm still going to continue stacking. I'm still going after what I've been going after, which is 90% junk constitutional silver, although I've had my eyes peeled for other opportunities as well, because I'm going to be honest with you. I love 90%. I love the constitutional. It's fun to stack. It's, in my opinion, arguably some of the best type of silver you can stack, even though silver at the end of the day. I think 90% is an incredible type of silver to be going after right now, or really just in general. Not even just because of the slightly lower premiums, but because it's just recognizable, it has history, everybody knows what it is. If they don't know what it's made up of, at least it's verifiable, and it's government minted. Unfortunately, it's not pure silver, but at the end of the day, that no longer really matters, at least not to me anyway. I think 90% is Arguably the best way to go. I never really was enthusiastic about 90%. I used to find it boring, but hey, it is what it is. I guess you can say it grew on me. But even though I'm a big fan of 90%, and even though I can get the best bang for my buck on 90%, I'm a happy camper right now, but that doesn't mean I'm not keeping my eyes peeled for other opportunities. I would, in theory, like to go after some other types of silver as well. I would like to get back in the habit of picking up some 10-ounce silver bars from time to time. There are a couple of 10-ounce silver bars that I would really like to have in my possession. I've been wanting an RCM bar for a couple of years now. I don't know why I never went about getting one, and now the premiums are kind of wacky, so I'm a little bit discouraged. I would like to get a Silvertown bar, the one where the eagle's swooping down. That's one of my favorite silver bars of all time. There are a couple of 10-ounce silver bars that I would like to get. And as I've been saying for the last couple of years, I don't really know if I am willing to go beyond the 10-ounce denomination. I'm not closed-minded to it. I would just rather not. And that's for a variety of different reasons. But hey, if I stumbled upon an opportunity, like let's just say I found a 20-ounce bar or a 25-ounce bar or a kilo bar or something like that, and it was offered to me near spot, especially when spot price is as low as it is today, in between the $21, $22 an ounce range. Let's just say it was offered to me for $23 an ounce or something like that. If I had the currency on hand, I don't think I would pass up on that opportunity. I think that right there might be my very first kilo bar and potentially my last. Again, I don't know how I feel about going beyond the 10-ounce denomination. I would really rather not, especially if spot price really surges in the next couple of years, which would not surprise me in the slightest bit. I don't know how easy or difficult it would be to get rid of a larger denomination. Right now, at today's prices, not a problem in the world. But if spot price were to do something completely absurd, like I'll just give a crazy example right now. Let's just say the spot price of silver went, over $100 an ounce. Would a kilo bar be easy to part ways with at that time? Because, let's not forget that usually the silver and gold perform the best when the economy is in shambles. So if the spot price of silver were to go up that dramatically, God only knows where the economy would be at that time or how much currency people would have at that time. So would people have the currency to acquire that kilo bar or that 50 ounce or that 100 ounce bar off of us? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I just personally prefer the smaller denominations. I like the 10 ounce and below increments. And by the way, I can say the same thing about gold. When it comes to the gold coins or the gold bars, I have only one gold bar. I have a handful of little gold coins. And guess what? Each and every one of them, fractional gold. 10th ounce and quarter ounce little gold coins. Now, I don't believe I'm going to continue going after 10th ounce. I'm very satisfied with the quarter ounce denomination, and I'm not against going for a half ounce gold coin one day or every once in a while. I don't currently have any. I'm not against them. I would absolutely go after one if I had the currency to do so. Right now, I like to say that I don't have the currency for gold. I'm keeping a little bit of cash on the sidelines, and I'm definitely saving up for my next gold coin. But I like to say that I don't have the cash for gold right now because a majority of the cash that I have on hand, I would just, at this time, I'd really rather dedicate it to silver. Silver, between the two metals, silver just makes far more sense to me. Now, that's just the way I'm stacking. The way you're stacking might be different. For you, gold might actually be the better buy right now. For me, it's silver. We all have a different precious metal of choice. We all have a different priority metal. When it comes to the two, I love them both, but right now, silver's number one for me, and silver will remain number one for likely a very, very, very long time. And I don't have a problem with that. But I am saving up a little bit of cash for my next gold coin. I've been saving up for a while now. Due to inflation, it's kind of interfering with my ability to save up, but I worked my way up to $1, making some headway. But I would like to go after another gold coin sometime in the near future. I'm going to continue stacking silver while I wait and while I save, but I think my next gold coin is probably or most likely going to be either a quarter ounce Maple Leaf or a quarter ounce Britannia. Probably a maple, but I'm going to be happy either way. At some point, I would like to get myself a Type 2 Gold Eagle. I think that would be pretty nice. I might have to go after a quarter ounce Type 2 Gold Eagle as well. I definitely want to get one of those. Between the Type 2 Eagles, I will be honest, I believe I like the Type 2 Gold Eagle more than the Type 1 Gold Eagle. Reason for that is just because the Type 1 Gold Eagle is just, I don't know, I always thought the design was a little bit bland, I guess you can say. And I kind of like that up-close shot of the eagle's head on the Type 2, so that's pretty nice. But when it comes to the Type 1 and Type 2 Silver Eagle, I think we all know my stance on that. I wish that they never changed the design, and I'm still bitter that they did change the design. But hey, at the end of the day, silver, so it's not that big of a deal. I was just always such a massive fan of how the Type 1 Eagle looked. But it is what it is. Regardless of design changes, regardless of inflation, regardless of this, regardless of that, I'm going to continue stacking. I'm going to continue doing my thing. I'm going to continue going after as much as I can possibly get my hands on, as often as I can possibly do that. And it's just because financial defense is a really important thing to be prioritizing right now. Of course, there's financial offense too. The stock market, business, real estate, there are so many different ways you can go about playing financial offense, which is all about generating wealth, building wealth, creating wealth. That's not what silver and gold, that's not what the precious metals are for. The precious metals are about preserving wealth, which is why a lot of people focus exclusively on financial offense for the longest time, and then later on down the road, later in life, they turn to the precious metals as a form of preserving what they spent their lives building up. I like to do both at the same time, and depending on what in the world is going on, depending on how the different markets are reacting, I might prioritize one over the other, but I still work on both simultaneously no matter what. I'm continuing to play financial offense, I'm continuing to play financial defense, regardless of what's going on, but I might lean a little bit more heavily in one direction based on what's happening at this time. That's why I like to be a contrarian, and that's why I like to pay attention to what everybody else is doing. If I see that they're rallying into this and that thing over there is off the radar, guess what? I'm going to dive into what's over there and off the radar. If they're rallying into this over here and everybody's talking about it and it's getting all these headlines and getting so many people excited about it, to me that just means that a lot of people are trying to grab a hold of a rocket ship that has already started to take off, and I kind of want no part of that. I'd rather divert my attention to something that is being neglected, something that is off of everybody's radar, something that nobody's paying attention to. That's what I like to dive into, and I try to soak up as much of that as possible. And then guess what? When the tables turn and people rally into this instead of that, and then this is on the decline, I like to dive into that. That's just my way of going about things. That's how I've been doing things for the last couple of years. I've been right far more than I've been wrong. Almost every decision I've made when it comes to this type of thing has been the correct decision, so I'm going to keep on doing that. I figure, if it's not broken, don't fix it. Why would I worry about something that's working very, very, very well for me? But hey, that's just what works for me. I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. What are your thoughts or what are your expectations when it comes to the upcoming inflation report, which should be released, as I'm filming the video, in about 24 hours? As you're viewing the video, probably closer to 16 hours. What are your honest, logical, rational, objective point of views? Do you think inflation is going to be higher? Do you think inflation is going to be lower? Do you think core inflation is going to be continuing to inflect down, but maybe due to food and energy, it's still going to be on the rise overall inflation? Head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic and your silver and gold stacking strategies. If you guys like today's video, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new. Subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Go and get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel in the biggest possible way. We got t-shirts, hoodies, stickers, coffee mugs in a bunch of different designs. Many of the products are raising some funds and awareness for different charity organizations, by the way. DYDSS store will be linked in the description. Come and join us in the Precious Metals VIP Club, which is where I do giveaways every single month, live streams multiple times a week, deal alerts on silver and gold almost every single day. You can watch all of my videos early and commercial free, and every Saturday morning I post a brand new adventure vlog, and there are a ton of other perks as well. VIP Club link in the description. I guarantee you the value exceeds the cost. And of course, last but certainly not least, make sure to go and get your 5 free stocks by downloading Webull and funding your account. Normally it's 2 free stocks. They bumped it up to 5 for the next couple of days, so capitalize on that while you can. Just deposit any amount. It could be as little as a penny, and it still works. You still get your 5 free stocks. I know, because that's what I did. Refer one friend to the app by tomorrow night, and they're going to give you 10 free random stocks for the referral. You have 24 hours left to do this, and it's part of their advertising budget, by the way. Rather than wasting currency on billboards and TV commercials, they reward their users for helping them build their app with them. And you can do this 10 times, by the way. If you refer 10 friends by tomorrow night, they're going to give you 100 free random stocks. 24 hours left. Make sure you do that. And of course, if you refer 2 friends by the end of the month, you have like 3 weeks left to do this, they're going to give you either a free share of Starbucks, Apple, or Google. It's completely random. You get what you get and you don't get upset, but you win no matter what because you still get something. Webull link in the description. Don't pass up on an opportunity. Time is running out. If you don't want the stocks, go and get them anyway. They're free. Then just sell them. Congratulations. Now you have the cash to go and get you some silver and gold if that's what you want. Webull link in the description. And I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know, once again, what are your thoughts on everything shared in today's video? When it comes to the silver, when it comes to the gold, what is your stacking strategy at the moment? Are you paying a little bit more attention to playing financial offense at this time, and maybe you're not as worried about financial defense with the precious metals right now? And of course, when it comes to inflation, we've seen inflation continue to build. We learned that in December, inflation was 7%. In January, it was 7.5%. In February, I believe it was 7.9%. And then in March, it was 8.5%. What will it be in April? We will find out tomorrow, but let me know your honest, logical, rational, objective expectations down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you tomorrow. Don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.